Okay, as we all know, this whole past year and the way circumstances are, uh, I had to make some changes at the urging of my subscribers and viewers to what I'm doing here in my venue. Let's start off first. Um, my YouTube channel. Basically, I started this a while ago because I combined two of my hobbies, photography and my interest in firearms. And it gave me a platform and a venue, something new that years ago, 20, 30 years ago, you didn't have something like this, okay? To where I can discuss collecting military surplus guns, reloading, and videotape it. You know, I remember back in the old days, the 8mm movies that you used to make. And I did that ever since I was a child. I had a great uncle that taught me photography. And my father was interested in photography. Just about everybody was. It was a common hobby at one time. And I think it still is. So I combined the two, and just as something to do. I never intended to build a humongous channel. I never intended to get involved with things to the level that I am now. Just kind of fell into it after 10 or so years of being on YouTube. And like I said, the mainstay of the channel was collecting mil surplus or just guns and talking about firearms and reloading in general. And over time that has kind of expanded, put it that way. So I also started commenting because the situation here generally, I worked in a factory, did my own thing, worried about myself, and really the situation in the world and in the United States, though it gradually over the past, say, 20 years has gotten worse, but never to where I had to get vocal or speak out against it. And after the time and things have gotten worse, and right now this year is probably the worst year we've ever seen for the United States and the world in general. So I started making more politically or videos that were more of a commentary about the situation, in my opinion, on certain things. Okay? Current events and things that are going on that do have a political meaning to them. And I just did it once or twice, and I put a few things on Facebook, and I did not believe the response that I got. And there are a lot of people who have subscribed to my channel and that, and really are into that, other than the main thing that my channel was created for. People want to, they send me emails, give us another situation report, tell us what you think, tell us what you've heard. And this does go globally. I have a lot of friends that are in Europe and different countries, and I've met them because of our interest in collecting firearms. Europe, Australia, I get people from France, Austria, Russia, South America. Whenever I do guns, on the South American thing, people from Asiatic countries. I've even got messages and emails from North Korea, everywhere. So, like I said, I kind of do this as a hobby, but the way situations are, I'm starting to speak out, more out of my main venue. And as we know, YouTube is a great platform. It's probably one of the best, okay? And a lot of other guys that run channels there have said that. YouTube gets you more exposure. The reason for this is YouTube is part of the Google conglomerate or empire or whatever the hell you want to call it. And Google does control all of your internet searches. So when I make a YouTube video and it gets a lot of hits, Google controls the internet search engine. So if somebody searches for a topic and my video has a lot of hits, henceforth my video is placed out there and I get a lot of exposure. If I go with a platform that isn't into this thing, you don't get the exposure. Now, the only bad thing about YouTube is when they change their policies or their way of doing things. You know, one time we all had to go with Google Plus. At one time, YouTube, I was able to link my videos to my friends' videos. You know, like the Gun Geek, Log Cabin Looms, and Teleosaurus. We used to, at one time, be able to link our videos together. So when we were out fooling around with the same type of firearm, we could show our range time in that, and when you went to my video you could see my friends doing the same thing, which is pretty neat. And over the years they've changed things. You know, that's eliminated. They're constantly upgrading, changing that. And then the ad system, which, you know, you're able to put ads in and everything, and actually it is a source of income for me. Meager as it is, but still a few bucks is better than nothing at all. Okay. So what's happened is, as this global clampdown, I have some opinions of some stuff that, you know, it's wrong, and I'm going to say it. But it goes against the policy of the people who control this Google empire. So now I started getting videos yanked. So I've worked hard to build my channel on the venue and doing what I did. So for all those out there to subscribe to me and wish to hear my opinions and make the videos about the global situation in that, they've had strongly suggested that I use another platform for that. And what I've decided to do is I'm going to branch out and through the urging of other people, and because I don't want to jeopardize my firearms thing, because there's an awful lot of people that subscribe and just looking for my firearms information and discuss that, which right at the moment is not a banned subject. But also because I've kind of gotten this other field where my commentaries have an awful lot of people that follow and subscribe, I have to do something so I don't endanger the one venue from another. So I've taken your suggestions, and what I've done is I've opened accounts. Okay, the one I went to, the easiest one for me to set up was Bitchute. Okay, I found this and I opened an account, and the two videos, the one video that was pulled and another video I made, both of them are up there right now and you can go there. Okay, if you go to these sites, be it Bitchute, and there's another one, Bitchute Rumble. I went to Rumble and set up, I'm trying to set up a channel, and Parler for people that wish to contact me, more like a Facebook thing where you can talk and we can chat. I've set up those 3 accounts yesterday. Okay, Bitchute was a little bit easier to navigate, and I kind of did that one. Rumble, I'm not quite sure with the software. I tried getting a video up and creating a channel. I don't know if I've succeeded or whatever. I'm not a very techno-savvy guy. I kind of keep things simple. You know, my videos, none of them are rehearsed or nothing. I'm not a professional broadcaster or that. I'm just somebody that screws around and gets my face out on the internet. And I have a Parler channel, or, you know, whatever, account. Now, all of these accounts on Bitchute, Rumble, Parler, if you look for Koba49. Okay, I'm going to use that name. That's what everyone I go by. You know, some people do call me by my real name, but that's, I guess, my digital persona. And so if you go there, I'm going to try, because it's difficult, because I'm so busy with things, with my channel, with things, projects I'm working on with people, the pressure from the situation. We have no idea how our future is going to go one way or the other. There's ammo and gun shortages. I'm constantly having people contact me and ask me questions and ask me for help. And then, of course, when I see stupid shit happening, I got to say something about it. So those are the three things. Bitchute, okay, and those two videos are up there. I got them up yesterday. So the videos that they were removing and telling me are against policy, they are up on Bitchute. Rumble, I'm trying, but see if you can find. I tried creating a channel, see if you can find it. And Parler, okay, I got an account, so if you want to chat, I guess, which is free, or you uncensored, you can find me on Parler. Now, Koba49. A lot of people go, hey, where'd you come up with that name, or whatever. Interestingly enough, the word Koba means several different things in different languages. It means something in Japanese. It's a shortened version, like Mike is for Michael. In some sort of Scandinavian language, a guy goes, I've never heard anyone use that name in a long years, a lot of years. But basically, with Slavic people, Koba is a slang word for the raven, okay? And interestingly enough, with the fall of communism, this was Stalin's party name or nickname, Koba, which basically is a slang word for the raven, because he was an assassin. And it is also in Georgia, where he comes from, the name of a folk hero like Robin Hood, the Raven. Okay. I named a pet ferret I had. I gave him that name, Koba. That was his little name, Little Koba. And me and my wife kept him for a few years or till he died of old age. So when I got on the internet and started getting into that, I used the name Koba. And some people associate that with Stalin. But then after doing a genealogy search and some other stuff, I found out that Koba is also a last name, depending on what geographic region you came from. And after doing a genealogy search, I found out that here's a photograph of my great-grandparents, okay? The woman in the photograph, her name was Carolina, and that's spelled with a K, the old Austrian German way, Koba. So in a roundabout way, I was throwing the name around, and after doing a genealogy search and investigating it, if you look in my family tree, that legitimately is my family name, Koba. So it kind of sticks, and that's why I use it. So if you go to any of these sites, now that you know the origin or why I use that name, look for Koba49. And I'm going to try to branch out and get into other sites. You see, the problem with going to other sites is like whenever YouTube would come up with these new policies and that, a lot of people said, you know what, I'm going to give up, I'm going to go somewhere else. And a lot of the guys in the gun community and some of the larger channels do have videos on there. Forgotten Weapons, Curio and Relic Arsenal, and Iraqi Vet, I've seen them on there. They tried to branch out onto these other platforms, okay, and really looking at the views, they didn't get an awful lot of views on there. So it's kind of up to you guys to like go there. Some of the things I can tie in to YouTube. I have to look into that. And but from now on, any of the commentaries I make on either COVID-19, the situation globally with the world, they're going to be done on these other platforms because they still are unrestricted. And I can, other than no nudity, no real vicious profanity, and no executing prisoners in my backyard and stuff like that. They really don't have a lot of content restriction. And going to these websites, I've seen there's a lot of people out there putting different views of current events in the news. So they are good sources to go to. Just for information when you're interested in that, to get a point of view that's different than mainstream. So that's the message I'm sending out. Go to at least Bitchute. Bitchute, I'm set up in Parler on there, and look for Koba49, and kind of give some support to it, so it's worth my time and trouble getting some views. And the 2 videos that violated policy are up on Bitchute now. Okay, so I'd like to thank everyone for their support. Just your comments and that, the support helps a lot. I ain't talking about sending a donation. I'm talking just standing behind the channel, helping me, giving me advice on what to do. I like to say thank you. And so check it out. Go check the videos out. Get some views racked up, so that way, that venue can grow a little, and we can all use the other platforms to stay in the conversation. Okay, thank you.